Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We have some more announcements for you today, and we are going to be going without a webcam just for today, but there's going to be a bunch of 10x events that are coming up this weekend, and I'm going to actually have it pulled up for you here so you can see it with me. And we have on Friday, November 10th, we have a 10x events for, they're all going to be void shards, ancient shards, primal shards, sacred shards. So for void shards, Friday it's going to be for Baron, who is an excellent PvP champion and really powerful. He has been the part of the meta for a long time now, but recently not so much anymore since I guess like Taurus and Mariska has been out, but Baron is still really powerful. He does provide a very powerful AoE nuke here on his A4. And yeah, it's really great. She ignores the shield, ignores the block damage, as well as ignores 50% of target's defense. So really powerful champion, really powerful nuke, and he's still decent for arena. And even like, I guess if you want to speed farm through some Doom Tower normal or like I guess other areas in the game, he's still really strong. Faction Wars, of course. And then to the next champion we're going to have is a Nude from the ancient shards, the primal shards, the sacred shards. And Nude is another amazing champion. Honestly, I don't know what the theme of this event is as far as the 10x, but Nude is an excellent champion, one of the best PvE champions in the game. He enables a lot of speed runs out there, and he does damage and based off of enemy max HP. And this ability here, it hits really hard, especially against like bosses in the game, like I guess in dungeons, Doom Tower, wherever you want to take him. But even Hydra boss, really powerful. He's a great champion. He's got the AoE attack done on the A2 as well, and a triple hitter on the A1 as well. So pretty all around really solid champion, and also can counterattack as well. There is an ability that puts counterattack on himself. Oh, that is A2, right? So really great champion. I know a lot of people missed out on this fusion, and I'm sure a lot of you would love to go for this or even have multiple copies. I myself do have 3, and I do use all 3 of them, and 2 of them particularly for Fire Knight hard 10 stage. So really great champion. I love it. And for the next day, it's gonna be on Saturday. And oh, I still have this pulled up here, but yeah, I guess I'll just leave it here and I'll minimize this. So for the next day, we have, it's going to be Ahrisia for the void shards, and similar to the Nude here, Ahrisia is also an absolute monster PvE. She can do damage based off of enemy max HP, and she's also a dwarf champion, and she is really great, a void champion, and I have multiple copies of her. I'm sure a lot of you will love to pull her. She's an absolute beast in Hydra boss. She's an absolute monster in clan boss. I mean, all around against any kind of bosses or anybody with a lot of HP, like you know, dungeons in general, Doom Tower. Like, she's an absolute beast, absolute monster. So this is another champion to look out for on Saturday. And moving on to the next day, it's going to be or the same day actually, but for ancient shards, primal shards, and sacred shards, it is going to be a Mountain King, another pretty solid champion who is very well utilized in live arena at the moment. He does hit pretty hard. Oh yeah, actually these are all dwarfs for, well, most of them are dwarfs anyways, but yeah, this one is also a dwarf, and he's based off of his damage is based off of the HP and attack, but he can build him really tanky, and he's really thick, and he does a lot of damage as well. He also ignores defense. He also will ignore shield block damage here, but he's really powerful. But as far as am I gonna be summoning for him? No. I guess like when it comes to the ancient shards, sacred shards, and the primal shards, the champion I would probably target as far as that goes during these days is Rotos or the Nude over the Mountain King for sure. So moving on to the next day, it's gonna be Sunday, November 12th. We have a void summons for Turval, another powerful single hitting champion who is really solid in live arena, really solid in arena in general, and yeah, overall really solid champion. And he's a barbarian faction, and he's also void affinity, right? So from the void shard, so he does hit pretty hard, and he also puts a lot of buffs on himself and grants an extra turn. So you can build him a lot with a lot less crit rate, and just use this ability here to I guess make up for all the other stats that you want to stack up more. But he hits really hard. There are people in the past that use him in clan boss as well, because he does put out a lot of damage. But overall solid champion, and that is another champion I personally probably wouldn't go for at the moment. Out of the Void Shards, I did talk about what I would go for over the Ancient Shards, Sacred Shards, and Primal Shards, but for the Void Shards, the one that I would target is definitely going to be the Ahrisia over the Baron and the Turval for myself personally, because I do have a +4 Baron already. But yeah, the Ahrisia, I guess more copies of Ahrisia would be really nice. And for the last champion here from the Ancient Shards, Sacred Shards, and Primal Shards is going to be Rotos. I would say Rotos is the most ageless champion in the entire game, maybe by far, because I know like Ultimate Death Knight does counter him pretty hard, but time and time again, Rotos has been one of the best champions in the game since the moment he came out, and he's still really good, and I'm sure a lot of you will love to pull him. He does a lot of damage. He can also ignore unkillable, will ignore block damage as well from his A3 here, and he also does a lot of damage from his A2. Like, all his abilities do a lot of damage, and he could build them based off of HP and attack. And also for his A1, you can make him go multiple times. Like, I mean, it's a chance, 25% chance of granting extra turns, so he can just keep going and going and going. It's pretty crazy. But great champion. The best thing about him, besides like the damage he does and I guess multiple turns and also the ignore, is also going to be this right here, is passive. Will decrease damage from enemy hits so that incoming damage from single hit will not exceed 50% of the champion's max HP. Grants an extra turn of this damage reduction occurs. So you pretty much can't one-shot this guy unless you have a multi-hitter, which makes him really strong in live arena, makes him really strong in arena, and yeah, really solid champion overall. Definitely someone else to look out for. So those are the champions that are listed in this 10x Summons event this weekend. And I do want to go over one more thing before you guys do poll, I guess, or look forward to it. So the one thing about 10x Summons events is it's going to be the same race as the regular summon race, as if nothing is happening. You still have a 0.5% chance of hitting legendary. The only thing that 10x means in this game particularly is once you hit legendary, then you have a 10 times chance of hitting that particular champion in that pool. So what that means is, let's say you hit legendary on a 0.5% chance, right? Then you will get 9 additional copies of that same champion pretty much added to the pool, and then you have like a 10 times chance of trying to get it, which is still really small percentage when it comes to Ancient Shards, Sacred Shards, and Primal Shards, because the percentage of that is like less than 2% or something, even with the 10x. But for the Void Shards, you still have like anywhere between like a 15 to 18% chance of pulling that particular champion, because there's not as many champions in the pool for Voids, where as like Ancient Shards, Sacred Shards, and Primal Shard legendaries, there's a lot more legendaries. So yeah, you have a better odds of hitting a Void legendary than you do a non-Void legendary during a 10x event, but nonetheless, it's still going to give you the best opportunity to try to land one of these champions if you are chasing after them. So that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you guys and let you guys know. And there's also I guess like another follow-up for yesterday's video that I put up about Battle Pass, because I wanted to talk about Battle Pass Season 1 particularly, and that maybe that there's going to be a new Battle Pass coming out. But we did get word that there is a new Battle Pass, well, not Battle Pass, it's going to be called a Champion Pass, and we don't have like that much details on it yet. All we know is it starts on November 10th, and it's going to be the same form of a Forge Pass, but it's going to be a champion pass. So you will have a number of challenges you can do similar to the Forge Pass, and there's going to be I guess a section you unlock for the bottom that you purchase, and then the top would be free. And yeah, so the free portion, the final level you would get is a Sacred Shard. I'm just reading it off with the notes I have here. And for the buying portion, you would get a champion. So I don't know what champion this will be, but along the way you'll get a lot of resources too. So I'm hoping the resources is still decent, better than what the Forge Pass offers, even though the Forge Pass is okay, but compared to the Season 1 Battle Pass we had a long time ago, it was, you know, it doesn't even match that. So I don't know, we will see. I'm sure we'll get more info on this soon, and I will let you guys know as soon as I get info. But I appreciate you guys watching this video, and I appreciate you guys just supporting the channel as much as you have. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed my content, please make sure to subscribe, drop a like on this video, and hopefully I can put out some more videos. Actually, this weekend I will be out of town, so I'll probably have one shard pull video ready for you guys, and yeah, and maybe one more video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next video.